Hello, everyone. My name is Funke Ajayi, and I'm welcoming you to today's session on CSS5, that is Career Starter Series with 5 questions. Yes, so basically, that's where we get to interview. It's a structured interview. Actually, we'll get to interview successful young professionals in their field. So the main aim of CSS5 is just to, inspire youth out there in their career to show that, yes, we didn't all start in a rosy way. It never started being rosy, but we persevered, and then here we are today sharing our success stories. So really, that's the whole idea of CSS5. So my name is Funke Ajayi, like I said earlier, and I'm the co-founder at Career Guild. So what we do at Career Guild is to support young professionals through mentorship, through video resources, and also internship to make them ace their career paths. That is to have a foot in their career. So basically, that's what we do in Career Guild. So today, I have an amazing person with me, Seun Olagunju. She's someone I really appreciate. She's tenacious. She has a good heart. She always gets things done. So I welcome you, Seun Olagunju. Don't worry, I'm not going to say so much about her. She's going to introduce herself. Welcome, Seun. Good to have you today.
Thank you so much, Funke. Thank you to everyone in the team for Career Guild. It's really such an honor to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. Despite your busy schedule, you could still create time for us. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so down to our 5 questions. So the first question, can we meet you, Seun? Can you just share your career journey with us so far? How has it been? Can you just share with us? Can we just meet you?
Sure. Okay, so my name is Seun Olagunju. Funny thing, Seun is my first name, Olagunju my surname, but everyone calls me Seun Olagunju almost like it's just my name. So my name is Seun Olagunju, and I currently work as the regional manager, Sub-Saharan Africa for Peace First, a global NGO in the United States. But everything I do, I always like to introduce my work or my career as someone who is working for Africa and its development from a global region or a global perspective, basically. So yes, I'm the regional manager, Sub-Saharan Africa at Peace First. There, I lead the organization's program of operations in over 30 countries. And I basically do the work of recruiting, coaching, and distributing grants to young people who are working for peace and justice in their communities. I have over 4 years of experience in the development space, and over those years, I've worked for private organizations, NGOs, etc., to build products and programs aimed at the development of Africa. I have a certification in social impact strategy from the University of Pennsylvania. But before then, I worked as a product manager at Seamless HR, and what I did there was also to build products that were aimed at the development of African businesses, especially when it comes to human resources. I also founded a development initiative called Beyond the Surface, where I just work to empower youth or young people generally in low-income communities in Nigeria, in Africa, through the use of education clubs and programs. So it's like working around the 4th SDG, but with a focus on social learning and development programs, basically. What else? I am a 2019 Shubemi Plumter Fellow. I am a 2020 Peace First grantee. And yeah, that's just basically a glimpse into my work. But everything that I do is driven, like I said earlier, from a place of wanting to develop Africa and understand what African development really is from a global level. So whether it's building programs or by building products, that's basically what I do and what my career is about. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow, great. Thank you so much for that. That was really powerful and insightful. So if you have any social projects, you can reach out to Seun Olagunju since she works with Peace First, right, Seun?
Yes, you can.
So Seun, moving to the next question. What got you started in your career? So can we say it's a skill, or can we say it's your experience or your personality, your interest, or you just want to provide a solution in your community? So what got you started?
Well, thank you for that question, Funke. Okay. So I always like to say that it's a mix of everything, actually. It wasn't like one exact thing. But I would really love, for the purpose of this session, to tell you a bit of story as regards my career. I studied English at the Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife. And studying a course like English makes you so open-ended because it's not exactly professionally defined, like law or medicine or engineering, where you're certain that because I studied this course, I'll come out and I'll do this thing. So English leaves you with the question, what am I
What
supposed to
next?
do after, my 4 years next after university? And I remember that towards my end of university education in my fourth year, I started growing very anxious about the whole thing because I was like, oh my God, what am I really going to do? Now, one of the reasons why I love what Career Guild is doing specifically is because I feel like in Nigeria, we have such a problem of not exactly knowing what career path that there are. We have such a limited knowledge of what career to explore. And so because I studied English, most of my classmates at the time felt like all we had with this certificate was maybe to teach, that is like actual classroom teaching, or go into the media. Now, I love to teach, but I just did not want to, I didn't see myself in that space as my career path. I also love the media. In fact, it was something I considered, but it wasn't also something that I considered for a full-term, long-term career path, right? So one of the things that sort of helped provide clarity into what I was supposed to do happened in 2016, 2017, thereabout, where I found this opportunity to attend a career development masterclass. And coming from somebody who was quite confused as to what to do, I jumped at that opportunity, attended the masterclass, and it was there that I learned that there was a difference between when you're just working a job and when you're actually doing something in line with your career, in line with your life work. And I learned that a job could just be anything you're doing to make money, while your career is something that you're dedicating your life at, whether you are 8 or you are 80. This is something that you're fundamentally devoted to. And so I started to ask myself questions around, what is this one thing that I know that I can say that this is my life work? What is this one thing that I can say that, this is why I was sent down to earth, and maybe even Nigeria, because I know none of us want to be here.
True.
I started to ask myself questions like, if I wasn't working for money, if
What will
money
I
was not
do?
an option, what would I be doing? I started to ask myself questions like, if I was to write a book on any topic, what topic would it be? If I was invited for a TED talk, what would I just talk about? And so asking questions like that fundamentally limited my options to certain things. And that was where I realized I was so much interested in civic engagement, policy making, social development. Remember that I said before, then I started volunteering while in school. I started doing a couple of other things. So all of asking those questions just helped me put everything together. The next question that I now asked myself afterwards was, everything that I've listed here now, is there an industry that these things actually fit in, so that I'm not just passionate, I'm also making money as well?
Yeah.
And I found out that in an industry like that, but most of these answers came from asking questions. And it was from finding out what I wanted to do, and also finding out that there was an industry that then limited my chances of career choice, basically my options to jobs that were within that industry, or within, or that were in line with those questions that I had asked myself. So I told myself I was never just going to work for money. I was going to work based on, first of all, what I felt my purpose was. I was going to work something that I knew that I would be fulfilled at. I was going to work something that I knew that I loved to do, that I enjoyed, that I woke up every morning and I'm like, I'm going to work. I enjoy going
And
to
you're
work. I
excited
was
to
also
go
going to
to
do something
work.
that was exactly. I was also going to do something that I loved to do. I already mentioned that something I was making money at, because money is also very important actually. Otherwise, you just get very frustrated. And the final option for me was, I was going to do something that I was growing at. So I could grow in terms of organizational structure, leadership, professionalism. I could tell that I was growing. So all of those options came together to define my choice of a career, and also the jobs that I took within that particular career path. So yeah, I guess that was
Great. So I can say that it's a combination of passion, purpose, interest, skill, merging everything together. So we cannot even just say it's just one thing that actually makes your career.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that I would just really love to add to everything I've said so far is, for most of us, many times we think that when it comes to our life work, we're only limited to, say, maybe ministry in our religious organizations, or we're only limited to passion and wherever it leads us to. But when it comes to making money and thriving, we need to get another job that is not exactly something that you love and all of that. But I feel for me, that career master class I attended really just opened my eyes to seeing that whatever it is you love to do, whatever it is your passion, whatever it is you feel your calling or your purpose is, there really is an industry where you can work at it, every single morning.
I
And
totally
so those were
agree.
the things that I put together. Those were the questions I had myself. I encourage that everyone can also ask, right, in order to define what their career path might probably be.
Exactly, and the thing is that it's a continuous process, because you thought about it once does not mean it's cast in stone. It's fluid. You can always ruminate, ask these questions over and over again to get clarity. And to add to what you said, your life is a whole. You cannot say, oh, this is my spiritual life, this is my career life, this is my financial life. Your life is one, and it must be purposeful. Do you get? I really liked your last contribution. Thank you so much. So on to the next question. That's our third question. What would you say that are the three top things that actually helped you to ace your career path?
Awesome. So I love this question so much. I really do, actually. So the first thing that I would say would be volunteering and internships.
Wow.
A lot of us think that volunteering or internships are just a way of offering our values for free or something like that.
Right.
But for me, because I'm going to be talking and answering these questions based on my own personal experiences.
Yeah,
volunteering and internships did get my foot in the door. So I always like to see it as though most organizations need somebody like you, but maybe they just don't have the budget to accommodate a new employee. And so when you say you want to work for them, they tell you there's no slot or there's no available position or anything. But when you do volunteer, one of the things that it does for you is that, number one, it helps you to even build your CV and your work experiences. We know we're in Nigeria, and we know that in Nigeria, a 21-year-old is asked to have 10 years work experience sometimes. And you're asking,
right.
how
Where
is
will
that
I get that from?
like how? Like, yeah. So, but one of the things that volunteering does is it helps you build your work experiences. It actually really does. Another thing that it does for you is it helps you get your foot in the door. And so when you are in the organization already, as an intern or as a volunteer, you then give in your utmost value to the work that they're doing, so much that they see what you're doing, they see you, and if they have to make a position for you just so that you can become a full-time staff, they will. It might not always work that way, but it does get your foot in the door, where you then get the chance to show them your capacities, you get the chance to show them your ability, what you're made of, etc. And trust me, they'll stick you. So for me, thankfully, I came in when I finished from university. That was 2016. I just wanted to intern. I felt like I didn't have anything to lose anyways, because I was young. I was staying at my parents. I did not really need money for anything. I wasn't a baller or anything like that. And so I just wanted to intern because I didn't want to stay at home, and I wanted to actually get a foothold where my career path was concerned. Thankfully, the organization that I worked for, I told them I was going to intern for a period of 3 months. And while I was there, I remember that my boss had said he doesn't like people working for him for free. And so he loves to reward service with value, as whether
That's really
he's paying you
impressive.
or anything. That was good. That was good. I mean, not all organizations are like that. Some will grab your
Your
what's it
freebies,
called? Your free.
your pro
Exactly. They'll
bono.
grab you with both. Some organizations will just will tell you that they will pay you etc. It might be small. My salary at that time was so small, but I took that opportunity, and somehow an internship of 3 months became a full-time employment with this organization,
Wow.
growing at different levels and capacity for almost 5 years. So
Wow.
I feel like that's one thing that volunteering and internship does for you, right? The second thing that helped accelerate my career would be joining communities of young professionals who were doing similar things to what I was doing. These communities not only provided me the opportunity to meet and network with people who were doing things I was doing, it also afforded me the opportunity to actually get news about whatever opportunity was happening or going around in my career, when it comes to fellowships, scholarships, I knew because I was part of the community. And then it also helped me to establish my presence So people knew who I was, they knew what I did. And when they needed to donate or they needed someone to moderate sessions within the community I was there, I came top of mind because I was able to contribute my service to the community. So that helped me. And then the third thing that helped accelerate my career would be taking opportunities. I used to be afraid about taking opportunities, but after a while,
I think everybody has that kind of, fear. What would happen next? I think it's everybody, but it's just how you're able to manage those fears.
Yes, I mean, in my own case, I just told myself, you know what, I'm not going to let the fear of not being qualified for something stop me from applying for it. I won't let my financial background or my course of study in school limit me for something that could propel me, into growth where my career was concerned. So I did take opportunities. Some of them were so ridiculous. I mean, if I start to share them here, some of them were so ridiculous, but I asked questions, I sought for help. I took those opportunities, and part of those things now have scaled me to the point where I am today. So those are the three major things that I would say accelerated my career growth.
Wow, that was really impactful. You talked about joining communities, you talked about volunteering, and you talked about seizing opportunities. One thing for you to know about an opportunity is another thing for you to seize that opportunity. And the best way you can actually seize opportunities is to actually ask the right questions. Thank you so much, Seun. Those are like powerful nuggets that you're just dropping for us. Thank you so much. So on to our next question, which is the fourth question. If one thing you wished you had learned earlier, that is one thing you've wished you've learned earlier, what would that be? Like if you could turn back the hands of time, what would you change differently? Exactly.
I mean, well, if I could turn back the hands of time, one thing that I wish I would have learned, that I wish I knew earlier in my career would be that if you are young and if you're an African, there are like a million opportunities for you, honestly, to grow in whatever level or field or industry you choose to pursue a career in. You just don't know that there are these opportunities. So I did not know until later that there were opportunities for young Africans, opportunities to travel to countries that you most likely cannot even afford to go to, maybe with your own money or your salary or your parents' money. You can't do that. Opportunities to join organizations that would help you, internships, all of those things. There are opportunities like that for young Africans. You just need to know where to find them. And so I found out about places like Career Opportunity Desk on Instagram. I followed them, but I found out about them much later. I mean, it's not like I'm old though. I'm also still young though.
Yeah, mid-20s, right?
Exactly. But for example, I recently just entered my mid-20 and I found an opportunity that was only for young Africans between the ages of 13 to 25, meaning that if I had found that opportunity maybe next year, I most likely would not even qualify for it again. And I know there are so many people that will be listening to that are already way past that age, but you think that there are no opportunities for you. There are. You just need to know where to find it. And I think Opportunity Desk is a good place to start from. So yeah, that's one thing that I wish that earlier. Yeah.
And also I think there's also opportunity for Africans too. Opportunity for Africa, that's another platform too. And then just go to Instagram. There are lots of opportunities. Seriously, there are lots of opportunities on Instagram. So most people think Instagram and all of this social media is just for posting pictures and having fun. But trust me, there are loads of opportunities. There are opportunities, there are people that you are going to meet that will blow your mind on social media. Just now seize the tool, right? I think Instagram is also a good tool.
And joining communities, like exactly. Information about opportunities like this circulate a lot around your community.
That's very key. Thank you so much, Seun. So to our last and final question, can you just share a word with young professionals out there? Just share a word with us. We want to be blessed by you.
Yes, I would love to. This is, you're not a local champion, right? So whatever level you've attained right now, that's not all that there is to you. There's actually more. You might think that you are the best in your community because you attained a university education and someone in your house or beside you only went to secondary school, or everybody only went to secondary school, or maybe they did not go to a university that is as good as yours. And so you think, oh, I've reached the level. But that only that have arrived, that only, what that does is it only makes you a local champion because you're putting yourself shoulder to shoulder with people who have not even gotten half of the things that you've attained, and it doesn't even give you opportunity to grow at all. So always look out of yourself, always look out of the position you are in right now, the level you've attained, to asking yourself, what more is there to do, especially on a global level. So you know people that have gone to Ivy League schools outside, and you might be applying for an opportunity tomorrow where you are put shoulder to shoulder with these kinds of people, and you don't want to be caught sleeping, on your own horse. So what I would advise is to begin to look out for courses, anything that can help you grow outside of the level you are currently right now, on a maybe regional or global level, fellowships, scholarships, schools, whatever it is. Just grow outside of these things, so that when an opportunity does come, an opportunity of your dream, it's not because you did not attain to be good at it. That's not what's disqualifying you, right? So yeah, that's the word I'm going to leave out for young graduates.
Wow, thank you so much, Seun. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this session with you. And just to add to what you've said, the world is a global village now. You don't have to limit yourself to whatever is happening in your community or in your country. You have to have the global mindset, and you don't even have to get to those countries before you start doing global things. You can start in Nigeria, but they're getting your impact in other countries of the world. You're a global being, so why being a local champion in Nigeria or in any country in Africa, And another thing I would like to add to that is you need to actually seize opportunities. You have to prepare for opportunities and also seize opportunities, because opportunities meet the prepared minds. If you have an opportunity, like Seun said, and you're not prepared for it, really, you're not going to get it. Do you get it?
Well, I just wanted to drop like links to maybe places where you can go and start learning about your career on a more, advanced level. So there's Coursera, there's LinkedIn Learning, there's Udemy, there's edX. You can check all of these links to just see how you can propel yourself, in all those, and never just limit yourself to your academic background or what you can currently afford. Yeah, so that's my parting words. I leave you with.
Thank you so much. It was really, really insightful. Even though you studied English, you're already in the social development space. So it's not like a limitation to where you can reach in this life. Come to think of it, we have like over 70 years to live, and you're just in your 20s. So like, just imagine like there's a whole like 50 years, if not more, for you to explore and do more. So you don't limit yourself to the course you studied in school. Thank you so much, Seun. It was really nice having you. Yeah, thank you so much. So we've come to the end of today's session on Career Starter Series with 5 questions. I hope you stick around for our next guest. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye, yeah, bye. Hello, Seun.
Okay. Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Okay, do you want to change your network again?